thrilled to welcome you all here. We have an exciting program all day today.
Okay, we are very, very close to wrapping, and then we're going to go into the big general session lunch, where we have the entire franchise community that's here going to do opening ceremonies for the convention. So you'll hear from the president of IFA and from all the leadership, and tomorrow morning you guys are going to be introduced to the entire community. So make sure that you're there for breakfast tomorrow. But I just wanted to I'm going to take 5 minutes, and I just want to talk about big picture stuff and how you can all fit into this and use this not only to scale your businesses, but also your personal careers and also grow your communities at the same time. I think we just have to have a quick conversation about this. I have been working on these issues forever, since I was 19 years old. Next generation, like I said, is not just an IFA issue. This is a global issue. This is a conversation that fits into that bigger global youth employment conversation that I'm sure lots of you have been hearing about. The World Economic Forum has said global youth employment is one of the top 3 issues that is critical to the future of this world right now. We have 1 billion young people entering the workforce. You guys are part of 1 billion young people, and everyone is scared about it, because so many people are unemployed, so many people are not trained effectively for the workforce, so many entrepreneurs who are critical to this equation are not getting the tools and the resources and the connections that they need. So right here, we're part of something very historic, not just for IFA, but also on the global scale. My hope is that this event right here, we can package it, we can promote it, we can tell this story in so many other places beyond here, because every industry needs to deal with this issue. Every industry needs to recognize that next gen is critical, that young leaders are coming into these spaces all over the world, whether it's apparel or fashion or technology or food service, and they're paying attention. Nation's Restaurant News interviewed me the other day and said, talk to me about young people in franchising. They're not old enough. And I said, no, they are. Look at what they're doing. And I gave them a bunch of your concepts. Some of you guys, I was at the UN last week, and we talked about Jibu Water. And I said, let me show you what a young entrepreneur is doing to create social franchising, to create social business. And your stories are the ones that are going to make this kind of initiative go to the next level. So when we talk about not having enough jobs in the world and not having enough talent, this is the connective tissue I'm talking about. And I want you to know this, because every time I go to the White House, every time I go to the State Department, this is what I'm always pushing them. Every industry association I go to, we talk about connective tissue. You guys have to help with this. What are the gaps? What are you missing to get to the next level? And then help us package that. Here at IFA, we have a great opportunity. You've proven that this concept of next gen works. You've proven that it matters. The 450 other people who aren't here today are still desperate to get this information. So how do we package this story? How do we package the tools, the tips, the resources, and get them out to as many people as possible? And at the same time, I want to talk to you guys about advocacy, because you can play a very powerful role here. Your success is critical to the world. It's critical to IFA. It's critical to all of us to keep this program going. So we want to make sure that you have everything that you need to be successful, but you being an advocate is critical. I started my entire career at 19 years old. We started the first online network to connect young entrepreneurs. We got up to 75 countries. We literally were on CompuServe. I'll age myself. 19 years old in my college dorm, and we're literally building this community, connecting young entrepreneurs in 75 countries. Then when we built YSN, we got up to 160 countries. And I talk about business model because we struggled with the same exact thing. How do you make money doing exactly what you want to do, exactly what you know is important? So incredibly critical. But now we've started to do advocacy. Part of the reason, if anyone follows me online, you can see I'm all over the world all the time. I mean, Gonzalo contacted me years ago and said, you need to come to Peru. I said, really? Why Peru? He said, I read your book and you got to come and talk to the kids. And I thought, okay, if you invite me, I'll come. He had 2,000 kids waiting. 2,000 students were waiting at University of Lima when I got there. And it took me 4 hours to answer questions at the end. Same thing happened when I went to Harvard. They spent 4 hours online waiting to ask questions because people are so hungry for this information. I'm now 41 years old. I'm getting old. I've traveled 2 million miles This May, it'll be 2 million miles, 50 countries. And I'm going to go to 100. And I go to every State Department event, every UN event, every White House event I can go to. I've been meeting with ministers and prime ministers and all sorts of government leaders all over the world, kicking and screaming about this issue of empowering you guys. So you're the ones who stood up. You answered that call to action for this application. You submitted something. A lot of you were really busy. John Evans, I was laughing when you put that video online and saying, okay, I know you want an elevator pitch, but I'm kind of busy running my business, but I'm going to do this for you anyway. Thank you. A lot of you stepped away. Jibu, you guys stepped away from your business to do these little tasks that we gave you. But we took those videos and we packaged them and we're showing them to people all over the world. So this is a collective effort. This is very important. I'm working on a book on this. I want to get massive media around you guys right now. So it's critical that you package your story. Get your pitch down. When you get a moment to be with one of the biggest franchise executives in the world or one of the biggest brand builders in the world, you might have 10 seconds with them to create a wow moment. Get those business cards. Follow up with them. There are journalists in the room right now. There are journalists walking around everywhere here. We have to grab you guys, tell your story, start sculpting it, but you have to help us and help us with our initiative too, because this Next Gen campaign, we had a packed room in here this morning. Did you see the walls lining up? These were the chairmen of major companies. They were people who were major leaders. We had the top people at IFA here. This is a major priority. The World Franchise Council came here to IFA, and you guys were the hit of the entire event. When they talked about you, you were the buzz. So this is a very, very, very exciting moment right now. And I just want to, if I say anything, help us get this known. Help us tell your stories. We will help you be as successful as we possibly can, because that's why we're doing this. You know, when I saw Jibu, when you put that video, or you put it was an executive summary you did, and you said, our goal is to get to 30 units. I laughed. And I said, you know what? When he gets to IFA, they'll teach him how to do 300. Or 3,000. That's the power of you guys being here. You know, Reese, you just met the COO of Subway in the hallway. We're going to connect you guys to big, big, powerful people. Use it. Those of you serious with really solid businesses, I want to make sure we spend our time first and foremost on you guys. There's education to be had by everyone, but Jennifer, we need you to be really successful now and talk about this. Sophian, we met in North Africa. You know, there are delegations going all over the world talking about entrepreneurship. We have to be a part of those. Get involved. Start, you know, Sophian, like I love this man. We met in Morocco. There's a global entrepreneurship program for the U.S. government that's going to be in sub-Saharan Africa next year. I don't know if they're saying that yet, but it's true. It was in Morocco a few weeks ago, and now it's going to be in sub-Saharan. Literally, Joe Biden's office was helping us get visas cleared to get you guys here. That's how significant this is. So I can't begin to tell you how thankful I am for all of you getting on the plane, flying 100 hours to be here, and representing and staying connected too to the guys who didn't make it. Those, especially Akpan. Oh my God, I've fought so hard for this guy. He's so amazing. We're going to introduce him, the CEO of the biggest digital printing company in the world. Over online, but anyway, I love you all so very much, and I'm so grateful for you being here, and I'm sorry we're not getting more time to spend together, because I just want to lock you all in a room and just hang out for 3 days, but we'll find a way to do more. We're going to go into general session right now. Please, you know, come talk to me, come talk to our team. Do not let any critical questions go. Let's get you those answers. If you need to meet people, tell us. Let's get you those people, and let's keep the conversation going online, the questions and the connectivity, because you guys are going to explode this initiative and change this industry completely. Thank you.